Hello friends and welcome back to Beck Tries. In this video we are visiting the Nintendo Museum in Uji on the outskirts of Kyoto. As you may have already figured out, I am very much a Nintendo fangirl. The first console my family had was an OG Game Boy and I spent many an hour playing Tetris and Ms. Pac-Man. The site for the Nintendo Museum is Nintendo's Uji Ugara plant, which was built in 1969 and served as a factory and warehouse before being converted into the museum. When visiting the museum, you will need to go through security and put backpacks and large items into lockers. The lockers are Game Boy Cartridge themed, which is pretty cool. To get tickets into the Nintendo Museum, you will need to enter a lottery for tickets, which opens 2 to 3 months beforehand, so make sure you check the Nintendo Museum website before you visit for more information. We missed out on the initial lottery, but were lucky enough to get tickets later on because some people decided that they didn't need them or they put themselves down for different times. There is 2 levels to the museum, and there is a bit of a linear path to follow. You start in a holding room where they explain the rules of the museum before heading to the second floor. The second floor is Nintendo's history, starting with its humble beginnings as a playing card manufacturer to showing prototypes of their consoles. You are not allowed to film or take pictures on this floor, but you are allowed to take pictures of the museum courtyard from one of the windows. You then go down to the first floor, and this is where all the unique play experiences occur. You have 10 coins preloaded onto your entry pass and you can spend them on playing on the big controllers, trying the batting cage experience, playing Game & Watch games using your Shadow and many other options. There is a bit of a wait time, but the lines tend to be well organised, and especially with the big controllers, half the fun is watching how the pairs in front of you go with the games that they are playing. If you're Australian and you grew up in the 90s and remember the after school kids game show Amazing, the big controllers will give you some nostalgic vibes. We got to have a go at the batting cages as well as Mario Kart on the SNES with the big controllers. Both were amazing fun and really enjoyable experiences. I also had a go at one of the Game & Watch Shadow games, and I did better than I thought I would. There is also a room full of console setups where you can play a lot of older Nintendo games, which was also pretty fun. There is a merch store called Bonus Stage. A lot of the merch is themed around the consoles. I did buy a set of Mario themed Hanafuda cards, a Splatoon keychain blind box, and a hand towel. We then headed to Hatena Burger, and whilst the food is not really Nintendo themed, there is a lot of nods to Animal Crossing throughout the cafe, as well as a gorgeous stained glass light based on Wind Waker from the Legend of Zelda franchise. The menu is mostly focused on build your own burgers, but it was late afternoon and while we were there, we really just wanted snacks. Would I recommend you try to go to the Nintendo Museum? Yes, I do. If you've ever had anything vaguely to do with a Nintendo game or Nintendo console, you need to go and visit. You will learn a lot about Nintendo as a company, especially if you're from outside of Japan, and playing on those big controllers it's so fun. There is also a lot of Easter eggs hidden around the grounds and in the museum for Nintendo franchises, which is pretty cute. Plus, Uji is really easy to access from Kyoto by a train, and there is a lot to do around Uji as well, so you could easily make it a day trip. Thank you very much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments below if you've visited the Nintendo Museum since it opened in October of 2024, or if you're hoping to in the future. We do have a lot more Japan content coming up soon, so make sure you subscribe if that's what you're interested in. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.